you should really understand what you are doing is right, or you are doing it because everyone is doing it. This kind of ads, whatever you are seeing, 30% returns, 40% returns. Direct stocks portfolio of an investor who is not fully into it, and you are holding a stock, it has done very well. Now you have a problem.
Sridhar, we are seeing a lot of ads these days, and I'm sure our viewers are also experiencing this. And make 30% return, 40% return, learn stock trading, futures and options, right? And it's quite attractive. So who doesn't want quick money? On the other hand, so definitely there is something where people are making money. That's why somebody will be talking. And you and me are discussing from years together now that invest in mutual fund, earn 12-14% return. So why would one want to do 12-14% kind of a return? Why not make 30-40 or 50% return or double your money and invest in stocks? So why would you always say that invest in mutual funds? Why not stocks?
Good question, Pratik. Definitely investing in stocks, investing in mutual funds, and equity mutual funds and AIF. All these are the different ways of investing in capital market or stocks. Simple as that. Now, there are two things. Investing in stocks and investing in mutual funds. I am happy, right? Investment in stocks, I have a different explanation. But this kind of ads, whatever you are seeing, 30% returns, 40% returns, these ads generally come whenever there is a euphoria.
Yes.
If you see the latest article by SEBI, which says 76% of traders are not making money. Okay, if you see data, there are 100 people, 76% are losing money. Number one. And number two, if you see today's data, there is one more data on F&O. I think they are doing a lot of changes to curb F&O. The loss that trader is incurring is somewhere around little more than 55,000 crores.
Oh my God.
Okay, that is the loss.
Yes.
Now, what happens is it is just like the startup. There are one guy who makes a huge money. Then whole market will start talking about him who made his 1 lakh to say 1,000 crores. It is almost similar to that. I don't think an investor, a professional or a guy who is with a monthly salary, who is busy in his main area, which is his first source of income, that is a salary income or a professional income, I don't think he should just change his bogey or coach just by seeing this ad. Definitely it will hurt him in a big way. Right? So if you really see last 2 years, yes, some stocks have doubled, no doubt. Some stocks have tripled. Now, can someone tell you from today which stock will double or triple or which is next multi-bagger?
So there are people who will teach you.
Yeah, they actually teach you, but can they guarantee you that?
Nobody
guarantees. Right? Nobody guarantees. Even in mutual fund, we don't guarantee.
Yes.
But historically, when you see people who stayed invested over 10 years, I think you have the data. It's available on Value Research, Money Control, everywhere. Where people who stayed invested over 10 years in good equity mutual funds, no one has lost money.
Correct.
Anywhere between 5-6 years, their money doubled when you stayed invested over 10 years. Right? When you have all these experiences, then if you want to add some stocks to your kitty, then you learn, you understand, then you can do that. But if you are really busy in your career growth, if you miss stocks or if you are not opening Demat account also is fine. There is also one more data. Even I think we are experiencing it. Direct stocks portfolio of an investor who is not fully into it. And his mutual fund portfolio. His mutual fund portfolio has outperformed his direct stocks portfolio.
Correct.
You have this data in front of you. Also, you just see to select a stock, at least some 15 filters.
Yes.
Correct? At least 15 filters are there. And it is not one time. You have to keep putting that stock has to undergo that filtering every quarterly once at least.
Yes. So is it fairly valued?
Correct.
Is it the right time to exit or should we add more?
Adding to that one more. Even after doing all these things, if the stock is not doing well for 3 years, your emotional attachment with your money will make you to sell that stock.
Correct.
There is a book called Stock I Track.
Can
There is
you
a
repeat
book called Stock That I Track.
it? Okay.
Okay, or Stock That I Hold, something. There is one book, very good book. One should read that book actually.
Okay.
Okay, generally when you sell that stock, from next day it starts going up. Similarly, and you are holding a stock, it has done very well. Now you have a problem. Can I book? Can I come out of this? Can I come out of fully? Or can I book a portion of this? These are all the headaches that you have to marry in case if you are owning a stocks portfolio. But if you want to be a good investor only in stocks, then that should be your core.
Correct. So, the moment you said that all these problems will come, so it consumes a lot of time, and people lose focus from their primary source of
100%.
income itself, right?
100%.
So you are earning money through a salary, but your attention is in your stock portfolio.
Correct.
Then you are losing on your salary also. You are not able to grow.
I will tell you one more point here. See, what happens is, here is a little tricky, okay? If you hold 10 stocks, say 2 stocks have done extremely well, you will start telling it to everyone. Okay, but if you see your entire portfolio, CAGR or a XARR, which is a much better way, formula to understand your returns, you may not do that well unless you are into it.
Correct.
Right? You should be very honest to your requirement. When I कुछ try करता हूँ, I don't think you have to do that. You be fully into it. Now, what kind of money you are putting there? Have you done a financial planning? Have you done a proper asset allocation? Then from your long-term money, along with your gold investments and mutual fund investments, one portion you want to set up or keep it aside for equity stocks, then that is also fine. But it is your hard-earned money. You have paid 35% tax for that or 20% tax for that. Have a proper plan. If you are able to really tell yourself that your decisions were correct, then you go ahead. If you remember, we had discussed on this, that who will audit your thought process? We have our comment on anything and everything happening on this planet. It may be a mutual fund performance or your colleague working or boss comment on your boss or whatever it is. But आपका जो सोच है, वो आपका दोस्त है या आपका it is against to your own growth. Who is going to audit?
Correct.
Yeah, one has to be the way we have discussed in our previous session, that it is your behavior. You should really understand what you are doing is right, or you are doing it because everyone is doing it.
Yes,
don't do that.
Also a point I think which I feel I should add here, that how much will it change my life?
100%.
So if I'm investing ₹1,00,000 and that lakh has become 2 lakh, my life doesn't change. Right? So I have to do it in a sizable way. If I'm doing
correct,
then it makes, it is both sides. Either I lose drastically if I gain drastically, but as you said, we have to give full
it should
time.
create value, and you should give time and be honest to your requirements. I have one more point here. Document your thinkings. Whatever you are thought, whatever you are doing, you document it. Every month once, every alternative month once, you just see whatever you thought on that day, whatever you have done, and where are you today. If you are able to do this for 6 months, then you will come to know how many of your thinkings are your friend or enemy.
Yes.
Do that.
And also this reminds me a small point, one of the client whom I met, he said that I am buying the stock only for some percentage gain, right? It happened the other way what he thought. And then from short term, he made that stock to his long-term goal.
Because
and then kept on averaging.
Correct.
And finally, he had to take loan to fulfill his other requirements. So
correct.
That, I think that point which you said, note down your thought process is very, very important.
It helps.
If you have liked our video, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. In case you want us to answer any of your questions, don't forget to mention it in the comments. Thank you.